Welcome back to Experiencing Microaggressions. How can I respond? We'll now look at examples of microaggressions from the perspective of the microaggressee. A colleague asked what school I attended and expressed exaggerated surprise when I told her. Later, clearly within earshot of me, she suggested to a close colleague that my being Black must have helped me get into school. I didn't say anything, but ended up feeling uncomfortable all day, and today I feel a sense of distance from the colleague. Using the 4D model, here are ways the microaggressee is discerning, analyzing what was said. I feel unjustly belittled and angry. I'm frustrated by how much effort it's going to take to deal with this. Why do people have to think and say that kind of thing? I really don't want this to hurt a close relationship. This slide shows the microaggressee defying the microaggressor and the other teammate. I talked about the comment. Other times I've heard it, how it felt and its impact. We ended up talking for a long time, and they understood my perspective and apologized for not saying something. They showed a lot of empathy. I think it made us closer. Here we see the microaggressee in control, deciding how she will handle the microaggression. She's decided to not let it get to her. Since the teammates were apologetic and even empathetic when the microaggressee described the impact of the microaggression, the conversation led to a stronger, more honest relationship. Here we see a different example. Yesterday, I finally met a patient's mother for the first time. She smiled, but I noticed her talking with my supervisor shortly after. I thought I overheard her say Mexican as she looked in my direction. I'm from Ohio. This morning, I noticed the child was switched to a white colleague, and my supervisor hasn't said a word about it. What happened? Here we see the discernment thoughts of the microaggressee about the parent's comment and the action the supervisor took. The comment sounded ugly, and I'm guessing it was directed at me, which wouldn't be the first time. I'm not sure exactly what I feel because I don't even know what happened. I feel kind of sad because the child was really sweet, and we were making great progress. The microaggressee takes control, choosing to confront the microaggression and disarm the supervisor. I told my supervisor that I noticed the change and was hoping to talk about it. She seemed relieved that I brought it up. The microaggressee defies by challenging the supervisor to explain her decision to place the child with a white SLP. The microaggressee defies by saying this is a recurring microaggression. Here we read the decision the microaggressee made, not letting the microaggression get to him. Since defying the supervisor led to a helpful conversation, he doesn't want to impede the progress he and the supervisor are making. This is what the microaggressor decided to take away from the microaggression. Recently, someone on an interprofessional team I'm on has started commenting on my input. He's remarked several times that he thinks I'm shy or quiet, but then frames it as a cultural difference. I'm an Asian American, and I'm familiar with that stereotype, but it doesn't resonate with my experience at all. I'm confident that I speak up when I have something useful to add. Here, the microaggressee is analyzing or discerning the microaggression. The microaggressee has consciously made the decision to not challenge the microaggressor. The microaggressee decided to be herself on the team, not allowing the microaggression to determine or influence her actions. She decided to let it go. We've explored microaggression and the microaggressee and reviewed some examples. The next activities are your turn to plan, practice, and reflect.